Hello, people of YouTube. Hello, silver stackers. Hello, coin roll hunters. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. This is Michael from Penny Haven, and first off, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, then give it a like, then come back over here and hit that bell icon so you know when my new videos come out. This is a very exciting video for me because this is just one more release in the 7 Wonders of the Ancient World APMEX coin series. And I did a lot more research on this one because I really want to give the history of the building that this represents. So here it is in the sleeve, the little collector tin. So this is the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. So like I said, I did a lot of research on this one, and there's the denomination and the image. And I'm going to come back to this coin later on the presentation, but I say presentation because I did put together a little speech, and I'm going to just read that and put a bunch of images over it. I've done this in the past for other informational videos, and it's something I'd like to get back to more often. So with no further ado, time to learn about the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus, or Tomb of Mausolus, was built between 353 and 350 BC at Halicarnassus, which is now Bodrum, Turkey, for Mausolus, the ruler of the region, and his sister wife, Artemisia II of Caria. Artemisia and Mausolus ruled from Halicarnassus over the surrounding territory for 24 years. Mausolus, although descended from local people, spoke Greek and admired the Greek way of life and government. He founded many cities of Greek design along the coast and encouraged Greek democratic traditions. Mausolus decided to build a new capital, one safe from capture and magnificent to be seen. He chose the city of Halicarnassus. Artemisia and Mausolus spent huge amounts of tax money to embellish the city. They commissioned statues, temples, and buildings of marble. In 353 BC, Mausolus died, leaving Artemisia to rule alone. Mausolus had planned for himself an elaborate tomb. When he died, the project was continued by his siblings. The tomb became so famous that Mausolus's name is now the eponym for all stately tombs in the word mausoleum. The tomb was erected on a hill overlooking the city. The structure sat in an enclosed courtyard. At the center was a stone platform on which the tomb sat. A stairway flanked by stone lions led to the top of the platform, which bore along its outer walls many statues of gods and goddesses. At each corner, stone warriors mounted on horseback guarded the tomb. At the center of the platform was the marble tomb. It was a tapered block roughly 15 meters in height. This section was covered with reliefs showing action scenes, including the Battle of the Centaurs. On the top of this section of the tomb, 36 slim columns, 10 per side, with each corner sharing one column between two sides, rose for another 15 meters. Standing between each pair of columns was a statue. Behind the columns was a solid, cella-like block that carried the weight of the tomb's massive roof. The roof, which comprised most of the final third of the height, was pyramidal, or pyramid-shaped. Perched on the top were 4 massive horses pulling a chariot in which rode the images of Mausolus and Artemisia. It is not known for certain how the grand building came to ruin. Eustathius wrote in the 12th century while commenting on the Iliad that it was and is a wonder. So it is thought that it was destroyed between then and 1402, when the Knights of St. John of Jerusalem arrived and recorded that it was in ruins. This was most likely caused by an earthquake. Many of the stones were used by these knights to fortify their castle at Bodrum, which still stands today. They also decorated their castle with reliefs taken from the site. This monument was ranked the 7th wonder of the world by the ancients, not because of its size or strength, but because of the beauty of its design and how it was decorated with sculpture and ornaments. The mausoleum was Halicarnassus' principal architectural monument, standing in a dominant position on rising ground above the harbor. And if you've seen the previous videos, you know that the reverse always shows a ruler of the time and a denomination native to the area where the seventh wonder was. This is actually an image of Mausolus himself. That is a depiction of him. And hemidrachm is the denomination. I looked it up. A hemidrachm is a silver Greek coin. It is equal to 1/2 drachm, hemidrachm. It is also called a treoble, which is equal to 3 obols. It's an absolutely beautiful coin. You can see the reliefs along these different segments here. I'll put a nice close-up of the coin. You can see that. The 4 horses with the chariot on top. Just a crazy building. And I believe the Masonic Lodge in Washington, D.C., the Scottish Rite building, is modeled after the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. So I'll put an image of that in here too. So I hope you found this interesting, a little bit of history. You know, that's one of the things that really got me into coin collecting, is just the history tied to all of these coins. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Actually, the 7th coin in the series has been released, and I have it on order, so I should be getting it soon. And yeah, you'll have another one of these videos very quickly. Now, if you haven't seen the other videos in this series, I do have a playlist with all of them. And I do have links down below to all the previous videos. So check those out, please, if you would. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. And if you have not, please subscribe. And set your notifications to all. I would really appreciate it. I couldn't do what I'm doing if it weren't for all of you, and I really appreciate you so much. I cannot tell you how much. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Thank you to my YouTube channel members. Yes, I wish there were more of you, but I really do appreciate the ones that I have. This is Michael from Penny Haven. Happy hunting.